What is up, YouTube? Today we are here with a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet spoiler video. Today we'll be going over, or kind of taking a look at, the Scarlet and Violet Pokedex that has been leaked this far. So if you don't want any spoilers for the games, then obviously you don't want to watch this video. So I mean, without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and get into it. Alright, so credit to, I believe it is Makio and J Roses, as you can see on the screen. They're on Twitter. They posted this and they posted it to their site, and it's basically a Pokedex for everything that has been leaked so far. So if we go back over here, and I will be putting it down, or it linked down below in the description, so that way you guys can check it out yourselves. But we're gonna go over it right now, and hopefully we don't make a super long video. So let's go ahead and get into it. As you can see on the screen, it says as of August 13th, this is what has been leaked via Kaka and Riddler Khu. So let's go ahead and get into it. At first, we obviously have the starters and their evolutions. As you can see on the screen, this is all the information that we have so far. We kind of know what they're going to look like based on screenshots that we've got and descriptions that we've got. But as for the middle evolutions, the middle stage evolutions, we don't know the typings. And this website is all interactive. So you can click on the Pokemon and then it'll pop up here, give you some pictures and descriptions of it, of all the information that we have so far. Okay. And as you can see at the top, there's a legend, there's filters for it, so we can click on any of them and go down to what you guys are actually looking for. We scroll down here, we come to big spoilers. So most of you guys have already seen, if you've been watching the trailers, we have Lechonk, Palmy, and Smoliv. Well, we have confirmation that Lechonk is a 2-stage line, and its final evolution being a gender differenced evolution, not a split evolution. And then we have confirmation that Palmy is a 3-stage. I know for a while there was some contradictions between Kaka and Riddler Khu as to whether or not Palmy is the 1st stage or if it's the middle stage. But we do know that line has 3 Pokemon. According to Riddler Khu, Smoliv is a 3-stage evolution, with its final evolution becoming an olive tree. I believe there was talks that it may be a split Evo, depending on gender, but I don't believe that's the case anymore. I believe it was hinting at 2 different Pokemon, I think. If we scroll down a little bit more, we've seen Fido in the latest trailer. Fido appears to be a 3-stage evolution line. It's kind of interesting. I know Riddler Khu did put out a tweet this week saying that the Fido final evolution was actually in his playthrough team that he's going to use, so it's pretty interesting. And then we have Titan, which was also also showed off in the latest trailer. We have the Riddled Icicle Pokemon. It's supposed to be a 2-stage, but we haven't really gotten a lot of information on that yet. So, moving on, then we have the Dolphin line that we're having, which has been confirmed to be a 2-stage line, but we don't know its typing yet, and there has been hints that its final evolution has 2 forms. Now, whether or not that's true or not, we still haven't got confirmation on, but it seems as though one of the leakers was hinting at it having 2 forms, one of which is a bipedal humanoid form. So there's going to be a 3-stage spider line, I honestly don't know too much about that. And then there's going to be a 2-stage Dung Beetle line, which I believe Riddler Khu came out and said. Moving on, we have apparently a 3-stage flying and electric type line, which I believe is supposed to be the regional bird. Not 100% sure on that. I must have missed it. And then we have a parakeet Pokemon and the leaked flamingo Pokemon. The flamingo Pokemon was like one of the first ones that the Kaka leaker had leaked, which honestly I'm pretty excited for. I think based upon the blurry image that we did get, that it looks pretty cool. Moving on, we have the pink hammer Pokemon that was riddled by Riddler Khu and supposedly leaked by Kaka, but we haven't got any images for it yet. There is a crab Pokemon that Riddler Khu had put out a tweet referring to as a boss. Now, whether it's going to be a boss trainer's Pokemon, or if it's going to be some kind of like alpha Pokemon like we had in Legends Arceus, we don't know yet. And then we have the electric psychic type frog line. I believe it's based on like a plasma ball, and it's gonna be a frog, so it's somewhere in the mix of that. I believe Riddler Khu was the first person to riddle and hint about that, but Kaka had given us confirmation of some sorts. Again, that's another one that had recently kind of got confirmed, but we're not 100% sure of yet. Moving on, we have our first grass and fire type based on a chili pepper. Riddler Khu did confirm that. Apparently, it's going to be a 3-stage evolutionary line. Then we have a brand new fish Pokemon. Riddler Khu did confirm that, but we don't know its typing or anything really about it yet. We just know that there is a new fish Pokemon in the game. The same thing with the new mouse Pokemon. Moving on from there, we have a new ostrich Pokemon, which is based on the Egyptian queen, and I can't remember her name at the moment, so that's kind of awkward. But it is going to be a 2-stage line. That one is also another Pokemon that I'm really excited for. Then moving on, we have the other two of the confirmed leaked dog Pokemon from Riddler Khu. He did say there was going to be 3 puppy lines, and one of which is going to be Ghost, the other is going to be Dark, and then obviously the other one is Fairy, being Fido's line. Moving on, we have the coin Pokemon, which has been confirmed to be a 2-stage line Pokemon, and it is been confirmed by Riddler Khu that it's going to be very difficult to get. It's going to be similar to Spiritomb in Pokemon Legends Arceus. We're going to have to find a bunch of hidden, I don't know if it's going to be items, we haven't got that much information yet, but I assume it's going to be something like coins. Maybe it refers to the treasure hunt that we saw in the last trailer. Pretty cool either way. Then moving on, we have a new fire type Pokemon. It's supposed to be based on a fire knight, and its evolution is going to be a version exclusive evolution. I don't remember which one is which. I believe the Fire Warrior Pokemon is going to be exclusive to Violet, and the Fire Blade is going to be exclusive to Pokemon Scarlet. Apparently there's going to be a 3-stage Tumbleweed Pokemon, which is very interesting for a design. Very curious to see what that looks like, but it's not out of the realm for Pokemon and Game Freak and Creatures Inc. to make something like that. We've seen far weirder things, seeing as how we have trash Pokemon, literal trash, which is pretty interesting. So, moving on, we have the sushi. Wow, that's a hard word for me. The sushi fish Pokemon, confirmed to be Dragon of Water. It's going to be very interesting, it being a single stage, Pokemon. Well, almost curious, is it going to be, competitively viable? Is it going to have good stats, or is it going to be kind of like wishy-washy? Well, I guess for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Sun and Moon era, Gen 7, I should say. Wishy-Washy was, I guess, pretty good competitively, especially in his schooling form. So we'll see how that turns out. And then we have the Crystal Flower Pokemon, which actually brings us to the next Pokemon underneath that, which is the Salt Pokemon that was leaked by Riddler Coup, I believe, hinted at by Riddler Coup, and maybe confirmed by Kaka. I don't remember which person came out with the information first. But there is talks and theories that the two are related. Now, if they're two separate Pokemon or not, I guess we'll find out shortly. Moving on, we have the Engine Pokemon. Riddler Coup said after the last trailer that we got a hint at it, we got to see it, but it obviously wasn't confirmed in the trailer. Next, we have the Earthworm. Bear with me on this one. The Common Rider. I'm not 100% sure what that is. From what I understand, it is something... I want to say it's like Japanese superhero type thing, but it's based on a bug warrior. Not 100% sure, but we're getting a line based on that. And then we have the Bike Pokemon. We're going to go ahead and click on this just to see what they say. This is the normal form of Koraidon Past and Miraidon Future. Okay. That's interesting. We have an unknown line yet. We do know how many lines are going to be in the game, because Riddler Coup did post that there's going to be, I think it was 45 new lines with 16 Paradox Pokemon, not including Koraidon and Miraidon. He said that if we want to consider Solgaleo and Lunala Ultra Beast, then we can consider Koraidon and Miraidon as the Paradox Pokemon, the new Paradox Pokemon. So we'll see how that goes. And then we obviously have the regional forms of Diglett and Dugtrio that have been leaked, hinted at. We're getting apparently regional fakes. I said regional forms, but I meant regional fakes. Regional fakes for Tentacool and Tentacruel as well. And then we have Cross-Gen Evos down here at the bottom. We are getting a Cross-Gen Evo for Primeape, for Bisharp apparently. I know there was talks about the Bisharp Evo, whether it was going to be an Evo of Pawniard or Bisharp. Apparently it's going to be a Bisharp Evo now, and not a Pawniard Evo. Next we have the confirmed Dunsparce evolution. From what I understand, it's just going to be a bigger Dunsparce. Kind of disappointing. I would have really liked to see it become the Dragon type, but it is staying the normal type. The Girafarig Evo, which is next, and that one I'm actually excited for. Girafarig is one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, even though it's not very strong as a Pokemon. But it is one of my favorites design-wise, and I really like its shiny form. Its shiny form is very nice, and unfortunately, I have yet to find one. So hopefully all of that changes with Scarlet and Violet coming out. Next up, we have the Wooper Evo, the confirmed, bear with me, I guess it's Paldean? Not 100% sure how we're going to pronounce that. But the new form of Wooper is getting a new evolution, which I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out. I'm not 100% that big of a Quagsire fan, but hopefully it redeems itself here, and I would love to see a Poison Dragon type for it. And then for regional evolutions, or not evolutions, for regional forms, we do have the Tauros line, or the Tauros, the Tauros forms, which is getting 3 new forms, 3 of which are different typings, and it's supposed to have its original form in the game as well. I'm very, very excited to see how those turn out. Very excited to see how those turn out. Moving on, we have Paradox Pokemon. Gonna run through them real quick. So these are the ancient forms that we have been confirmed to get that are exclusive to Pokemon Scarlet. We have Amoonguss, Jigglypuff, Mischievous, Volcarona, Salamence, Donphan, and then one that has not been confirmed yet. And then following, there was, I guess, some data in the game for a paradox or ancient form, whatever you want to call it, of Suicune. But apparently it has been removed from main game, so we're hoping to see it in the DLC. Kind of like how the Galarian birds were for Sword and Shield. Moving on, we have the paradox for Violet, which are the future forms, I guess if you want to call those that. We have Delibird, Kirlia, which was at first thought to be Gallade, so I don't think we're 100% sure on that. I think Riddler Coup has been hinting that it's Kirlia, not Gallade. And then Hariyama, another form of Volcarona. Tyranitar, another form of Donphan. So Donphan and Volcarona are both getting a past and present form. And then an unconfirmed one for the future Paradox Pokemon. And then for the same situation as Suicune, we have it for Verzion, which, again, the data was found in the game, but it seems to be removed for a later DLC or something. Next up, we have a new line of Dragon type that's going to be Dragon and Ice, and if I do remember correctly, this is going to be our pseudo legendary of the region. Dragon Ice type is pretty cool. I honestly thought Drampa was going to be a Dragon and Ice type in the evolution of Dunsparce way back in Gen 7 when that came out, but we didn't get to see that. Finally, we're coming up on the end. We have the legendary quartet that has been confirmed by both Kaka and Riddler Coup. And if you look, you'll see they are all the dark type, kind of like how the Tapus were all fairy type, and Thundurus, Landorus, Tornadus, and Enamorus were all flying types. And then lastly, we have all of the forms of the box legendaries of Koraidon and Miraidon. They have base forms, they have their bike forms or drive forms or whatever you want to call them. They're transverse forms. We have the swimming or aquatic for them, and then the gliding modes. I think that about covers it for the Pokedex. And like I said, if you guys want to check it out for yourselves, you guys can definitely come here to the website, and I will put a link down below, and you guys can check it out for yourselves and check out all the information that we have on them. Actually, I believe, like I said, if you click on them, it tells us a little bit of information and how we got that information. Props to these guys that have done this website. It's really good. It's really put together well. So yeah, if you guys like the video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below what new or returning Pokemon that you guys are most excited for, and I will see you guys next time.